Joining us now, I actually have California Congressman Mike Thompson, who was the Democrats' designated survivor for the State of the Union last night. Congressman, I've been so excited to talk with you. So thank you for hopping on early with me, sir.
Oh, my pleasure. Good to be with you.
So just for starters, what was last night like? You know, you're sitting in a secure room knowing you're the designated survivor. I imagine it's kind of hard to stay calm or play cool when you know the future of the country could be riding on your shoulders.
Well, it's important to listen to what any president says during the State of the Union. Heaven forbid anything happen where my being a designated survivor has any more significance than being ready if something happens. And fortunately, there were no disasters, there were no attacks, everything was fine. With the exception of what the president had to say. I was not a big fan of his speech. I think he left a lot of issues unsaid or not truthfully addressed. American people are worried. 4 in 5 Americans worry that the economy will not improve over the next year. His tariff war have cost California families in my district $1,900 on average. And with the affordability crisis, which just a couple of weeks ago he claimed was a hoax. Now he and everybody in his administration are talking about affordability. But in my district and across the country, housing, energy, child care, health care, education, all of this is too doggone expensive.
His comments are colliding.
Yeah,
the polls show that his comments are certainly colliding with American sentiment. I guess my question for you now with that is, what's your game plan moving forward for your party? You know, midterms just 7 months away. What's your messaging going to be to convince American voters that you're the party for the job?
Well, you're absolutely correct. His terrible poll numbers, I don't believe, are enough. We need to talk about what we're doing. And you've already seen a lot of what we're doing. We're fighting to make health care more affordable. That's been a major push on the part of the Democrats, including not just fighting his $1 trillion cut to health care, but also extending the Affordable Care Act tax credits, which when they were allowed to go away, that cost Americans a lot in health care. I have legislation that deals with the overall affordability issue. Focuses on making housing more affordable, making energy costs more affordable, child care more affordable, and health care more affordable. That is using the tax code, which is in my jurisdiction as a member of the Ways and Means Committee and the ranking member of the tax subcommittee. I'm also pushing for legislation to rebate the illegally collected tariffs to the people who paid it, the American people. I want to make sure that those dollars go back in the pockets of the hard-working families in my district and other districts across the country, not to go to corporations that may have paid the tariff, but then passed it on to consumers.
Okay. Congressman Mike Thompson, I got to end it there, but thankfully Congress walked away unscathed last night. Do you mind my asking where you were kept, where that secret room was?
I was at a highly secure, undisclosed location, otherwise known as where I stay when I'm in Washington, D.C. voting.
Oh, and in television, sir, that's what we call a tease. Congressman Mike Thompson, thank you for your time, sir. Really, I couldn't appreciate it more. Thanks.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.